All right, Tatum, we were working on your backhand and how to just kind of work on brushing up on the ball. And yes, this was from 2 weeks ago, but I think you'll see a couple of things where you just don't want to get too handsy, but use more of your shoulder, firm up the wrists at impact, and just extend your arms. But at the same time, think of lifting the ball up and over the net by a good 4 or 5 feet and let the spin bring it down. So here are a couple of slow motion swings. And what I like here, if we look at it, is what I really like is, number one, your knee action. You're getting below the ball. You're using your legs to get the ball, to get below the ball. So that's just textbook great. Really good. The other thing we want to work on too is you making sure you let your racket head drop. So think of the tip of the racket instead of being in that direction. You kind of want it more pointing down before impact. So you kind of drop that racket head. That gives you a lot more action, we'll call it, so that you can really lift that ball up. But here it's really good, great edges. You see our edges are perpendicular at and through the ball. And if you just brush straight up, that ball is going to very easily get over the net, and with the spin that you put on it, is going to drop into the court. So that's just textbook great. And as you can see, that ball, where you're hitting it and where it's going, it's actually rising up. Okay. As you look at some of the other swings you have here, you don't want to get too wristy, and you just have a tendency, just from your natural abilities, to flick at it, and you'll manipulate the racket. And here's a perfect example of it, and you're going to see how you really do get flicky. As you can see, we'll just dissect that right here. Things look good, and all of a sudden you feel like, oh, how do I get the ball over? And you flick at it with your wrists. As you can see, your edges just change completely from here to right there. You've lost your perpendicular, so you've lost your lift. And if you look at that racket head, it's very, very, that racket head isn't dropped. The tip isn't dropping and pointing at the ground. And as a result, you have to manipulate the racket. But then all of a sudden, you start moving a lot better into these next couple of backhands. Okay, here's one. You're extending a little bit further out. Okay, and you can see that racket doesn't drop enough, and you're very stiff, so you lose that lift. So you kind of have to have some soft arms, and just kind of feel that racket drop. And then here's a couple of good ones here, and we'll go in slow motion. A little handsy, not bad. And then this last one should be a pretty good one here. Really good there. That racket head is well below. Nice soft hands. And then you just lift straight up. And look at that ball as it rises up. It's going straight up, and you're lifting up on it. So emulate that last backhand, and we'll do it in regular motion so you can get a good feel for it. There you have it.